Yo, hola, bonjour, katila. How's it going, guys? No, I am not going to do that. That is completely absurd. I always see that though, like these old rock stars, you know, they always have the shades on, putting on this facade. I guess that's what you have to do. If you're a rock star, you have to wear sunglasses like 24/7. Did they sleep with them? Just curious. Anyways, welcome to episode 5. Can I get a 5? Can I get a 5? A number 5th. I plead the 5th. Yes, that's happening today. Let's take a listen to the riff. All right, welcome back. Let me jam the riff for you. Actually, first, I always forget this. This guitar is tuned to 440 standard tuning. We're doing it in the key of E. In the key of E, okay? And I'm doing this because I have a friend. His name is Frank. He'll know who he is when he takes a listen to this. I don't say anyone's last names, but you know who you are. He pushed me to do this tuning because he has a tremolo on his guitar and he's tuned to 440, and that's just a pain in the ass to try to tune a drop D or a bunch of drop tuning. So therefore 440 standard tuning, and here we go. Here is the riff. Actually, I'll tune it with you really quick, even though I told you it's 440. We're starting on the top string down. Second string down. Third string down. Fourth string down. Fifth string down. Sixth string down. All right. First of all, thank you for tuning in. And I totally appreciate that. And if you do get anything out of the video, man, please remember to like it. That actually boosts my thing, I guess, somehow. I don't know all about that, but I heard that it does. So I'm going to go with it. Like it, and if you're into it, subscribe for sure. So you get these all the time. Again, we're using 2 strings, the top 2 strings. We're going to use the E and the A. That's it. Let me jam the riff one time, kind of familiarize myself with it. All right, so guys, fun riff, super simple. It's just 2 parts to it, so this should be a fairly quick video, but as usual, I will show you a scale to jam over at the end. And of course, I'll take you out where I'm playing all the instruments and doing all that. So, that being said, hold on, let my ADD kind of set in there. What the hell was I saying? But, okay, let's jam this riff here. Let's get right into it. We're starting on again, it's the top 2 strings. We're starting on the 5th fret, 2nd string, and we're going to hammer on to the 9th fret, 2nd string, playing both of the strings. One cool thing about this riff is that there's a lot of open, so you don't have to worry about muting too much. There are specific spots where you will have to mute. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Because the video is going to be so short, I'm going to show you a couple of little extra little giblets I'm going to give you in there just to do along with it, like a change of chords and stuff, just because it's going to be super quick. All right, so anyways, we're hammering on the 2nd string from the 5th to the 7th, and we're striking both of the strings wide open. When I say wide open, palm off, okay? right? All right, so I believe it's a strike with the hammer on, right? And then 4. Okay, I'm playing both of those strings together, except to the very end, that last note, I am playing the 6th fret on the top string, okay? And then when you get there, and that's kind of easy, guys. I'm making this, like, this one super easy for you. So when you get there, you're gonna go. Sorry, first one is not that. First. Okay, the second one it goes there. So you're gonna go. So it's the initial hit, and then 4 more after. It's initial hit on that 6th fret, the initial hit, and then there's a pause, a rest, and then you're gonna hit 4 in a row. And then the second time around, all right, you're gonna go, all right, let me slow that up. Let me bring this down a notch. I get all jacked up. I had some coffee and, you know, I'm ready to go. So just practice doing that. Get that down. Once you get comfortable with that, the second part of that riff is. And then you can do the first one again. So again, it's broken down into 4 sections, that being 3 of them. So let's do it slow. The second part is to that. The pause, you're hitting 4, and then on the 5th note, you're hitting that 3rd fret right there. So we're up to that, right? So the first one, the third one rather, is identical to the first. And then this part is easy. You're going to start the first section, the first part of this 4th piece. There's too many numbers involved. First part of this last piece here is basically a power chord. It's the G chord. So you're going to go with the 3rd fret, top string, and then the 5th fret. And you're keeping that shape, and you're going to go. I'm going to show you the chords first. There is something in between. So you're going in between those chords when you slide. You're going to strike, slide, strike, slide, strike, slide. That's the way it's going to happen. In between, that's where we're going to palm mute. So the chord is loud. All right? So that's that riff. So you have. All right, so that's fun, a little challenging right there. But prior to going into that riff, you have. 2 chugs before you go to the chords. So you're going to finish that last riff. Right? You're finishing that. 2 tight chugs. You can hear that now. Chug up, down, out, and down, out, right? And there's 1 chug in between. So you're going to start. 2 chugs to start, 1 chug in between, and then that last is just a strike and then a slide. But keep that shape and don't crank down on those strings. Keep them very flat. All right, so let's get to the next part. And please, guys, leave some comments if I'm not explaining something well enough. Leave some comments, and I will try to figure it out. I will try to figure it out, like I told you guys last time. Figure it out. I can, and I will. I will try to figure out a better way of coaching. This is just like coaching. If you play sports or anything like that, I mean, this is like coaching right here. All right. So anyway, back to the riff. The second part, the second section of the riff, we're just going to break this down into two big sections. It's identical to the first, as usual. The only difference is I do that same riff 2 chugs before. We start here rather than starting on the 3rd fret on that G chord going. We're just turning it around and we're starting here. It's just an answer to the question we gave the first time, right? If you always think about that, they're questions and answers. And that's just an answer. That's my way. And I try to keep it simple for you guys. But let me go through the riff. I'm going to try to play the whole thing really slow. Try to follow along, right? So you have... So as I was playing that, I was noticing a couple things. So on those single notes that I'm playing, let me just lower that a little. You know, I'm playing with that note. I'm just kind of massaging that note in there as a slight vibrato, you know. Instead of just playing it flat, you can play it flat right off the bat, but definitely, you know, massage it, make it unique. So that's flat, and now I'm going to just give it a little bend here or there. I love attacking that G note there, so you get that. And if you notice there, I mean, it was actually by accident, but it was a good mistake. It wasn't a mistake. It was a good accident. We'll say that. And what happened was I hit a pinch harmonic because I don't know if you guys can see that, but I hold that pick. There's just like a tiny bit. I'll go this way. There's just a tiny bit hanging out of there. I don't know if you guys can see that right there. So it's more... you know, I'm not holding it like, you know, with that much hanging out. There's only a tiny bit hanging out, and I kind of move my fingers around back and forth to allow it to, you know, give it more space or tighten it up a little bit. So accidental pinch harmonics will happen. So, and that's exactly what happened on that riff. You can do it on purpose. Anyways, so I promised you guys that I would show you the extra little giblets. And so once you get that down, okay, and once you get that down, to make it a little more fun, something that I love to play is I love octave chords. I've been playing them forever. You know, I'm talking like for the last 35 years. I discovered that actually, you know who, Zakk Wylde. Back in the day, he used to do that, and I love that tone, so I jumped all over that technique. But so on those chords, okay, just on the chord part, you can play the octave. So when you're playing the octave, a little trick to it, I'm going to play the G there. Let your index finger gently rest. If you push too hard, you're going to get the note that you don't want. You just, right? There's nothing there. Along with this. it just adds a little extra snot to it. And what would be even cooler if you had a wah pedal just for those chords right there to give it a little, snot up there from the pedal. And then the same thing. So it's the same chord, and all you're doing is you're keeping that shape, leaving your index finger slightly, and you're striking all 3 strings together, okay? Breaking the rules here. This is supposed to be 2-string Tuesday, although it's still only 2 strings, right? But I'm just trying to get you to play that octave chord because there's so much fun here. So it would still be those chugs in between. So let's go through the thing really quick. I'm going to try to play it extremely slow. The reason why I looked at you guys in there is because I was playing the octave. I just became comfortable with that. But there's the riff. There it is. Let me show you the scale, which you guys, if you have watched previous 2-String Tuesdays, I do show you this. It's going to be the same shape, but now we're in the key of E. So it's usually in D, but we're playing it in E, and we're starting 2nd string going down. I don't know why. If someone has the answer to why they decided to count the high string as string number 1, just someone please answer me that. I know it's written on the pack like that and all that, but why? Why would they do that? Someone made that rule. I don't like it. Anyway, going down. 2nd string going down. The 7th fret. You're going to go 7th fret on that same string to the 10th fret. Okay? 3rd string going down, which is your D string. 7th fret, 9th fret. 4th string going down, which is your G string. It's going to be 7th fret, 9th fret again. And then it's going to be 8th fret on the next string down, the 5th string down. It's going to be the 8th and 10th. And then back to the last string going down, the E string. It's going to be the 7 and 10 again. So you should have... Right? I'm going to give you another little giblet in there like I did in another video. Anytime you have, when you're playing, so these are my rules, okay? And I know, you should break the rules, but you really have to know some rules before you start breaking it. It'd be like somebody jumping in the car and going down the road and, you have your license, you went through, you took all the tests and everything, and you know that it's against the law to speed. But, so who's going to get caught first? That guy that knows to watch out for the speed traps, or the guy that just gets in the car, has no idea what he's doing, has no idea of the rules, and he gets in the car and he starts speeding. He doesn't know he's speeding. He doesn't know he's breaking the law. So learn the rules, then break them. Okay, so anyways, anytime in a chromatic space when I have this, there's 4 frets there, right? 2, 3, and then 4. Whenever I have 3, like on that next string, I can do chromatic. Right? You hear that? Always remember that. So you have this little scale, that pattern. Anyways, just remember that little rule, man. It's just play with those scales. Become familiar with them. Make them into chords. Take any 2 notes or 3 notes, put them together. And you'll learn real quick that they are legit chords. When you start putting 2 or 3 notes out of a scale together, you can make broken chords, full chords. It doesn't matter. It's all in that same key. So it all works out. But anyway, guys, take a listen to the end. I'm going to jam some of that pentatonic over the top of this riff. It's been fun. I'm definitely going to come up with something. I'm going to be drop tuning again. Sorry, Frank. I'm not going to keep on doing the standard tuning. It's not as fun for me. It's cool. It's fun. But it's not as fun doing the drop tuning. It just has a much more growl. But until next time, guys, adios amigos, das vidania, bon journée, later. I'm keeping that one.